So I'm Jean-Marc Poncelet from BetterStreet, and we are selling a solution to local authorities. And 2 years ago I started the company, and one of my main activities as CEO is to sell to our customers. And I realized after 10 years in marketing that actually I couldn't sell. I mean, that sell is a real job. I thought I could speak really easily, so I could convince, and I realized that's not true. So at one moment I said, okay, I need help. So the training took place 6 months ago, I believe, and overall the training was in 2 days, and that was really interesting, and I learned a lot. Actually, it's like you think sales, as I said, is something natural that you have in you, that you can really do good talking with customers, and you realize that sales is a process. And so that's the main advantage of the training. You realize that there are things, there's step 1, step 2, step 3 that you need to follow to be a good sales. So that's the main learning point from the training. So in the training, what you learn is a different step you need to follow and different skills you need to apply. So it's well structured. So you really know where to start, where to finish, and the trainer is a very enthusiastic person. You feel that he has lots of years of experience, so it brings this experience in the training. So that's really valuable and also a good moment. Yeah, the training, what is really interesting in the training is to be there with other startup or other companies, other people in other industry, and you're doing play role. And I think we did like 30% of the time play role, and that's where you put in practice what you did in theory. So that was a good balance. You can immediately after the training put the skills in practice. For me, what is difficult in selling is the psychological aspect. And the trainer said at one moment, you need to call like you don't give a shit. Actually, you need to put yourself. You need to have the right attitude before calling, before doing sales, and that's really important. I mean, having the right attitude, setting your mind to do the sales, and that was really interesting, and I mean it triggered something in me. So the key differences in my way of selling is that, of course, when you create a startup, you think you will answer a problem, but that's a problem that you think exists. So I was going to the customer, telling them what their problem was, and presenting my solution. So I was doing much of the talking, 90% of the talking, and that's it. So I completely flip it around. The way I sell now is really 90%. I listen what they're saying. I'm trying to pick where the problems are and where I can relate to my solution. So that's the biggest benefit, and that was, and also at the beginning, it's not natural to ask open questions and so on, but when you train, it becomes natural, and you end up having a much better conversation. Sales is everything. I mean, that's what I realized. I was doing marketing, so you know, always the struggle between marketing and sales, and now I realize, come on, I mean, sales is the #1 activity your company should do. It will define everything. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about selling to a customer. That's it. And yeah, and of course, the more you can sell, the more you can show growth, the more you will convince investor, the bigger will be your valuation. So it's a good circle. But it starts with sales. Actually, I think in any B2B activities, your biggest cost is your cost of sales. So if you can improve your sales skills, if you can improve your conversion rate by a rate of 20 or percent. I mean, that's all you have to look at, is it expensive or not. So I really believe if you're in a B2B selling activity, it's worth the price, yes. So anyone doing B2B sales should follow this training. Of course, it does not really apply to web sales and so on, but any sales involving having a counterpart, a human counterpart, would benefit from the training.